Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and I'm doing a little video here on one of my favorite cars that I've ever driven, really. It's the 1964 Herbie Beetle, Volkswagen Beetle clone, and picked this up actually from my Volkswagen mechanic, who I love buying cars from because he always goes all the way through the vehicle before I get it. So anyways, I was messing around with the turn signals there. I know they work, and they can be a little bit finicky and stuff like that. Horn works for sure. The car drives awesome. Lights all work. And if you've never driven a manual transmission, I think Volkswagen Beetles are one of the easiest to learn on. They're very forgiving. I've taught both of my daughters how to drive on Volkswagen Beetles when they were younger. Great driving car. I'm not even really touching the steering wheel right now. Nice and straight. Brakes have been gone through. They stop good. This car just cranks right up when it's cold. It runs great. Of course, I'm driving a manual and holding the camera, so that's why I'm a little wild all over the place, but I'm gonna pull up over here. And I love driving this car around. It's one of the best attention getters. I mean, I've driven first and second generation Camaros that didn't get the attention this little Beetle gets. So although I love those cars too. E-brakes on. Great little running engine, like I said. I like anytime I can get something from Moon Air Cooled, I always do. Turn it off so we can hear and turn the lights off. So I've actually had, in the past 12 years, I've had, I think this is my third one. And it's got the movie correct front and rear license plates, the OFP 857, and the correct size and stripes and everything. The only thing I didn't like about this one, because I got to be really particular about it, and it wouldn't be too tough to fix, is, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, I'm trying to, but they actually laid the stripes down and then they put the 53 on top. I would have rather had the vinyl guys cut and remove the red, white, and blue from underneath the 53. So if you look closely, you can kind of see the blue stripe under there, but it doesn't necessarily catch your attention when you first walk up to it. It's just, I'm just wanting to be picky, you know, about doing an automobile inspection. So that being said, the bumpers, front and rear bumpers, appear to be in what I would call good to fair original condition. They have not been re-chromed, so there's a little bit of pitting here and there, a little spot like that. Re-chroming's just gotten so expensive. There's a little spot there. These are original bumpers. Body is in great shape, rust free, super straight, and the paint is really what, you know, we like to call a driver quality paint job. It's an older paint job that's held up well, but it's been driven, so it's got a little nick there, you know, little things from being in the parking lot when you open your door and hit another car, or somebody hits you, little things like that. Getting up really close to it. A couple little spots here that have touch-up paint, little crack right there, little crack here. So I want to be careful. I am nitpicking it because, like I said, I want to do a good job, you know, portraying the vehicle's real, you know, what it really is. That being said, I don't want to deter from the fact that this is a, you know, good-looking little driver. And if I was going to keep it, I wouldn't personally plan on painting it, at least not for a very long time. Those few little spots, I might pay a professional painter to touch up, you know, a few $100 kind of thing. But I wouldn't repaint this car unless you're just looking to do original. There's a little dent there. unless you're just looking to do a full-blown restoration. But little original wheels, hubcaps are in, you know, good original condition. Couple little tiny, you know, dings on them. All the trim is in good shape. I'm telling you, the body is very straight on this. And really, aside from just those couple of spots that I'm trying to be real picky as I walk around it, those spots that I just pointed out are really the only flaws that I've seen in the paint. Weather stripping, it looks new. Like I said, the windshield wipers do work. The trim around the windows is older. It does have the pop-out rear window, which is pretty desirable. And the upholstery inside, I love. This just iconic, you know, Volkswagen orange and white. It's kind of, I don't know what they actually call this color. I call it, I mean, I kind of say it's orange. It's not really orange. It's kind of somewhere between it's like a burnt red or burnt orange. It's actually a t-shirt that we made. It's women size large. I'm gonna let it go with the car. Actually made that on the last Herbie I had a few years back, and I just happen to have an extra t-shirt. Carpet looks great. Pop the hood here too. Seats look awesome. I mean, really, this upholstery, I believe this upholstery is brand new just a couple of years ago. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago is what he had told me, that they'd redone the upholstery inside. Of course, maintaining the original look with the original steering wheel. All the dash is uncut, unmolested. Light switches work. I can't say for sure that the heater works. I believe it is hooked up. The reality is, if you've ever driven a Volkswagen Beetle in the winter, even when the heaters work, you're not gonna stay very warm. That's just not what they're meant for. So a lot of people put the little space heater inside. Trunk space is in good shape. It does not have the spare tire, but it does look good in here. This all appears to be original, and it's, you know, a little crusty, and like the paint is crusty a little bit here. But the nice thing is, I don't see any evidence of a front end collision. This is one of the places we're always looking, you know, in Beetles. We always want to see if, you know, if it wasn't an accident, and if so, if it was repaired correctly. This appears to at least never been in a front end accident. I believe that Clinton at Moon Air Cooled told me that as far as he knew on the history on the car, it's not actually ever been in an accident, period, that this is all the original steel. So don't quote me on that for sure, but gas tank was cleaned and looks like it was repainted. Tires have good tread on them. They're all matching, and actually they look basically new. And I've driven this car quite a bit, actually. I picked it up from the vinyl shop when they did the little spot there. Overall, underneath, very, very solid. This is the original undercoating underneath the car. Little spot there, it looks like it's been patched from the inside. It's with these little rivets. Somebody did some rivets and patched that little spot, just because rather than cut the whole floor pan out and compromise the originality of the undercarriage, just to, you know, patch that one or two little spots from the inside is actually, in a lot of ways, better for the structural integrity of the car. And so, you know, another thing that I thought about doing, maybe if I was going to keep it, is like detail the inner fender wells, you know, with maybe some fresh undercoating. If I was going to keep it, like I said, because I'm reselling it, I'd try to stay away from undercoating things, because I never want somebody to think we're hiding anything. Believe it or not, no real leaks. You know, they kind of say of old Volkswagen, if an old Volkswagen Beetle's not leaking, something's wrong, or it might be out of oil. But that being said, I know that he had just gone through the engine. It's only probably got a couple of thousand miles on it since they had gone through and done tune-up and kind of just the usual going through the engine and fixing anything. You can see this is all nice and solid. I mean, aside from those couple of spots, I would almost call this a rust-free car. It's just so freaking... I'm trying to get that without the sun shining there so you can see. I'll come around from the front. Again, on this side, original floor pan. So can't say it's completely rust-free. That's under the battery box. But even still, just so small. I would personally, if I was going to keep this again, I wouldn't even think about replacing these floor pans. I mean, they're super solid. They're original. I would, you know, I'd do maybe the one little tiny patch there or something and call it a day. Inner fender wells look great. And of course, everybody always wants to see what it looks like up underneath the front. The T in the front, and I mean, it's just really solid. This is especially where we're looking for rust and not seeing any. So, beautiful little car, super fun. If you want to get attention, you like Beetles. And the other thing too is, you know, this is just a great 1964 Volkswagen, running and driving Volkswagen Beetle. So if you're not into the Herbie, the vinyls have only been on for a couple of months. We put them on during the summer and enjoyed it, driving it through the summer and the fall. They peel right off. They're not going to hurt the paint at all. You could have all the vinyls off the car probably in 10 or 15 minutes. They peel off easily if you want them to come off. They don't just wash off. So you don't have to, you can wash the car as many times as you want to. You don't have to worry about them falling off. I don't mean it that way. But I'm just saying they're easily removable. I think every time that I've ever sold one of these, I've always sold it to somebody who wanted it to be, you know, the Herbie. So anyways, it's PeachtreeClassicCars.com. Also too, this tag on the back is for show, you know, just to make it match front and back for the movies. Obviously you'd have to register it and put your real tag on the back. But so I'm just saying that just for sales sake. But that gives you an extra tag to hang in the garage or hang in your office or something. That's super fun. So anyways, check us out. It's PeachtreeClassicCars.com. We're in Fayetteville, Georgia. This is my personal car. I've had it for a little bit since I got it from Moon Air Cooled, driven it through the summer and the fall, like I said, and enjoyed it. And now it's time to make it a awesome Christmas present for somebody this holiday season. So it would make a great holiday gift. PeachtreeClassicCars.com. We look forward to hearing from you.